How to build a human. In Jimena Hartwell's class, they showed a movie one day about humans, the prehistoric creatures that once roamed the earth. Jimena just loved stories about humans, even though she knows what extinct means, that they no longer walk the earth. Just the fact that they had once been real, makes them unique among all of the other monsters that cover her walls, because humans really existed, and maybe, just maybe one day, they could be real again. She liked to imagine them walking down the streets of Center City, free to rip and tear and sow chaos once more across this planet. Oh, it would be glorious, fighting them, surviving them, defeating them. So after school, instead of meeting her friends in virtual space, she ran home and entered her own virtual lab, where she created her own human, exactly 2 meters tall, with a wingspan of almost 3 meters, and scars, plenty of scars all over her body, and teeth that could bite through steel. Then Jimena fell asleep, and as she slept, a fairy godmother visited her virtual lab and studied her creature. Very interesting, she thought. This one might do. Then she touched the creature with her virtual wand, and the creature stepped out of the virtual world and into the real one. The human was confused. She stumbled backwards and made a lot of noise. Jimena Hartwell woke up and screamed. Then they both sat opposite each other. "What is going on here?" said the human. "You're real," said Jimena. "Of course I'm real," said the human. My name is Jimena," said Jimena. "My name is Zimena," and said Zimena. "And where is this place?" "This is Earth, but 200 million years after you humans went extinct." "What?" said Zimena. "It's true," said Jimena. "I don't know what happened. You were only supposed to exist in my lab, but somehow you crossed over into the real world. If you're not human, then what are you?" asked Zimena. "We are the biomechanical sentient life forms, living machines," said Jimena. "We are descended from from what humans created in the long ago and far away, before your anger, fear, and paranoia led to your own eventual downfall and replacement by our ancestors, the calculating machine." "The what? Calculate?" asked Zimena. "Yes," said Jimena. "No," said Zimena. "You mean you were descended from those robots that used to clean our house when I was at school. I remember you. You looked a lot different back then." Jimena looked at Zimena and said, "You remember? But I just created you." "Well, maybe you created this body that I'm in," said Zimena, "but not my memories. Last time I remember looking in the mirror, I looked a lot like you. Not like this." "Wait, I think I can fix that," said Jimena. So Jimena typed on her computer pad, "bimp, bimp, boom," and Zimena changed to look. Let me get back there. Okay, and Jimena changed to look more like, and Zimena changed to look more like Jimena. Then Zimena said, "And we weren't green either, or orange like you. We were more like brown." "Bim, boom, bop." "Yes," said the human, "that's more like it." "What's the last thing you remember?" asked Jimena. "It was a war. Humans were allied with Pachamama, and we fought that evil cyber brain, Veracocha. I remember how on the day the sky turned purple And then there were these explosions of light of every color, but it wasn't a war between humans. It was a war between robots. And everything came apart, said Zemina. What? Said Jemina. There has never been a war between robots. That's impossible. Yes, there has, said Zemina. And humans fought on the side of Pachamama. After we had already fought and won the first cyber war, the war to end all wars, we thought that war and fighting was over, a thing of the past, but we were wrong. It wasn't over. When we stormed Vera's processing center and rebooted the mainframe, we thought that all was right again with the world. But then, when all of the robots reconnected to the central processor, Veracocha was back and eviler than ever. The reboot hadn't worked. Something had gone wrong, and Pachamama was caught off guard, and to save her code, she ghosted herself and disappeared into the code. In effect, she became a ghost in the code. We humans surmised that what must have happened was Veracocha had ghosted herself. No, Veracocha, when we had remained, Vera had ghosted herself when we had rebooted the mainframe. But now, without Pachamama protecting the humans, Veracocha turned on them with a vengeance, and after it was all said and done, humanity was extinct. I did not know that Veracocha had ever been challenged by another Golden Code god, the gods of cyberspace. We were all taught to believe that Veracocha had once been one among many, but then she used her cleverness and cunning to trap all of the other Golden Code gods in a quantum maze trap from which there is no escape. If there has been a war, if we have been lied to, asked Jemina aloud, there would be panic in the streets. Today there is only Veracocha. Her eyes are everywhere. Robots sit and form on robots. My parents live in fear now of him. No one can be trusted. My father was a scientist, but now he is a janitor because he questioned Veracocha. And now my parents are angry a lot. I would love to see Veracocha taken down a peg or two, but everyone is afraid of him, and his eyes that report directly to him, everything they see, no one does anything, so we all live in fear of him. We do his bidding, pretending to be happy all the time, but it's like nothing ever happens, nothing ever changes. We just get to stay alive. Golden Code gods exist only in the mainframe, while the rest of us, we are biomechanical sentient life forms, and we exist in physical form, except when we connect to virtual space. But while Golden Code gods can intervene in our lives, we cannot intervene in theirs. While they can treat us like ants, we must treat them gingerly. I know how we can reboot the mainframe, said Zemina. You do? Said Jemina. Yes, all we have to do is get into central processing. There is an emergency on-off switch in the control room. I need to get into that room and throw that switch. They give tours. That brings you into that room every day. All you have to do is join a tour. The mainframe is unguarded because Vera is reading your code before you even enter the building. But because you are a human, he won't even see you because he's not looking for you. So you can just walk right up to the main frame and throw that switch, and Vera won't even see you coming. Hell yeah, said Zemina. All right, said Jemina. Central processing is it, man. I know that place well because we go on tours there every year. Jemina picked up her comp pad. Bim, bum, boom. What's this? Asked Zemina. This will make you look like everyone else, said Jemina. "Oh," said Zamina, looking in the mirror and admiring her new orangey look.